What's going on, everyone? Back at you today with a small update. So one of the batteries in my truck is acting up and the remote start function will not operate. Everything seems fine. The battery seems to have power. And then my voltmeter, and one of them is just slightly lower than the other one. But the truck won't start. The computer is sensing that there's an issue, I guess insufficient power. I checked my code reader with the EZ-Link and it's giving me that code saying, hey, there's the EC or PCM is not getting sufficient power as it needs to start the truck. I jumped it off about a week ago and it started just fine for the next week, and now we're back here again where I hit the start button on my remote and it won't start. It preheats, does everything like it's supposed to, and then it just clicks. So here we are. I'm going to get these batteries out, show you guys how to do that. My first thing I'm going to do, my diesel mechanic friend told me that I might be able to swap the batteries. So first thing, I'm going to undo this cross brace from here and here, and from here and here. And then I'm going to undo the batteries. Got to take all this stuff off. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm going to pull this this power strip off and all these attachments here. And I'm going to put this battery on the passenger side, put the passenger side on the driver's side, because the passenger side is one that's giving me the issues. And my friend mentioned that at one point the computer was pulling voltage from the passenger side. And if that is still current, or still correct, if I swap these batteries, then it should be pulling full voltage from this battery in this position. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, let's get this process started. Looks like I should be able to loosen this one up and remove this one and then spin this cross brace out of the way. So I'll do that first. Got my handy dandy adjustable wrench here. So there are arrows on this cover right here. I'll pop this off all the way to show you. So you can see here, arrow and arrow, and where those arrows are pointing, there are depression tabs here to pull this off. Now this does have little hinges right here. So it snaps back in, hinges back forward, press it down, there it is. So arrow 1 is pointing over here, pull up on the tab. Arrow 2 pointing over here near the negative side, pull up, a little bit out of the way. That exposes your bus bar for your hot lead side. This battery, whenever you undo it, it will kill power to the entire truck. Well, not all power, you're still pulling power from that one, but the functions for your key and all that jazz inside of in your cluster and stuff, it will not work. So this does feed into that. Nonetheless, we're gonna test my friend's theory. Either way, I have to pull a battery out and replace it. As you guys know, I don't hide anything. I'm going to show you guys the whole process. And I feel the clip right here. Just gotta put it underneath the darn thing. Get it off. Somehow, some way. This is being a little bit more involved. I'm gonna get my wrenches, be right back. So you get your infamous 10mm socket, drop it down in this area to remove the battery clamp. right. There's a little lock block with a bunch of sand. Okie dokie. Right there. Now, battery should be free to lift out of here. Let's muscle this puppy out. Okay. All right, take it to the back of the truck. We're gonna take this bus bar off of here. Show you how it's done. All right, as I suspected, on the bench, well, back of the truck here, this is the bus bar I was talking about, right? Here's our hot side, here's our negative side. You can see here, there they are right there. There's 3 clips. I was trying to get my screwdriver underneath this one to pop it loose. This wasn't the right angle, so you just get it off under your leads here, pop this off, and you can push it down. Boom, there it comes. And just wiggle terminal up. That's it, ladies and gents. All right, here's the driver's side. We're gonna go back over here to the passenger side. All right, so same song and dance over here. I'm gonna pull this bolt out, loosen this one, spin this out of the way, pop these off. Now, our negative on this side has additional negatives attached to it. Just pull it off here, push it out of the way, just like over there. This cover also has those tabs. There's arrows on here too. So arrow 1, arrow 2, and arrow 3. You can see here, we have arrow 1, arrow 2, arrow 3, that's where arrow 1's pointing, arrow 2, arrow 3. Once you get these 2 undone, you can kind of push it this way and it'll pop up just fine. Set that out of the way. This one actually does come off all the way. It doesn't like the other one where it has hinges. Get your 10mm socket again. You'll see here, just slide your stuff up down, push your insulation out of the way, line it up, get your wrench, have at it. There's our wedge. Stow it in the storage compartment.
Daddy, hold these.
No, son.
Pocket.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna pull this one off. Stick it over there.
Wait.
Just as I thought, it does slide forward. So just carefully lift it out.
Whoa, Dad.
All right. No water in this one. All right, we got our passenger side out. I slapped this puppy over here. So this is the old passenger side. So we get the driver's side. Here is the suspected good battery. So let's do this. We're gonna put this one on the driver's side, or excuse me, passenger side. Let's get y'all set up one more time. Let's see if this theory of my friends is going to prove true. Carefully set it up in there. Tighten everything up. We're gonna test it first. Here is the hot sides bus. This one is hot from that, so just be careful. Be mindful of that. Position 1, position 2. Get the old 10mm wrench. Make your life easy. Driver's side is buttoned down for the moment. We'll put the wedge back on in just a second, but we're going to test it first. Let's get our negative situated. Here's the old toolkit. Let's see what happens. All right, I got power. Should have to do a preheat, so bear with me. See what this does. Nope, didn't do nothing. That's what it does. All right, well, back to the drawing board. I'm gonna pull batteries out, go to the store, get them checked. I already checked the one. I'm pretty sure the one that I switched to the driver's side is the one that needs to be replaced. So I'm gonna pull that bad boy out, run to the store, get a new one, drop it in here, show you the finished product. See you in a few. All right, guys, I got the old battery. Well, I thought. So my assumption was wrong. Originally, I assumed my passenger side was the bad battery, so I swapped them. And I put the passenger side here. Well then, I pulled the driver's side battery out, went to the back of my truck, sun's having a blast. And I grabbed my voltmeter just to double check, and it was reading 12.49 volts. I was like, well, that can't be right. So then I went back to my truck and I tested the passenger side, and it was reading 11 volts. But what is interesting, so this right here is the passenger side battery right here that I just took out. This is the one that while it was in the truck was reading 11 volts. Now that I have it on the back of the truck, this is what we see. So you'll see here, I'm gonna do this two hands. So I'll put you guys right here on my phone to see. All right, now this is what's awesome. So this shows 12.5, which is abnormal, I think. Whenever this was in the truck, it was showing 11. But what happened, this is the problem I was getting. I used my voltmeter on while the batteries were in the truck a while back. And I was getting the same reading on both, but I was getting a false positive because the other battery was piggybacking onto the other battery, making it show full charge. But after I pulled the good battery out and left this one in, it was started to drain, and it was at 11 volts. I put the old battery, or the other battery, back in. This one was still hooked up. That's where I messed up. I should have hooked this one first, put that one in, pulled this one out, and then put that one back in. Now, going back to what I was talking about. This is where it's nice to make sure and double check everything. Here we are. So we're back over here. Now this is the one that I assumed was not charged correctly in the truck, in fact. So there's a load being pulled off this battery. Now, hot, negative 12.5, which is right. Now the other one is showing 12.5. However, it still has the charge from that battery. Because before, whenever I did, I wish I would have got a video of that. It was at 11.
Daddy, I have a lot.
But I have an idea. See my old car back there? I'm going to go hook this battery up to that car real quick just to get this false positive out of there and reshoot it. Be back in a second. All right. Back. Oops. So I took battery back there to old girl. That's my 71 Le Mans. She needs a lot of love. Hopefully I can get working on that here and there very soon. I'd love to start making videos on that. So like I mentioned, I brought the battery back there to her. She's just sitting there for now. She still takes power, but she needs some TLC. We had a big freeze a while back and did a number on her. Just gotta get some work done. Anyway, try to turn it. It still turns over and runs. Try to turn it over. Didn't do diddly squat. 12.43. Steadily dropping. This battery is toast. Just from a couple bumps on my starter to try to start it up, voltage just dropped tremendously. We have found no problem. Go back over here. And you will see, here's old Faithful, the original battery, the one that fooled me. Here's where we are, so you guys can see that. Let's see here. There we go. Got positive, negative. 12.51, 12.5. Normal. Been sitting here this whole time. All right. Well, as I said, it's always best to double check and make sure you got the right stuff, right? These dang batteries are expensive. Stay tuned. Pick up the new one. Back in a few. All right, guys, we're back. Here's the new battery from good old O'Reilly. O'Reilly, excuse me. I'm gonna put it over here. Should be ready to start. Man, these things are expensive. This is even the best one they had. $210. And that was with the core. Jeez Louise. All right, let me get you guys set up. Pretty straightforward. If you're still watching up to this point, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I feel like it's probably more of curiosity. All right, got everything buttoned up. My camera messed up on me. Here's the new battery from O'Reilly. Got everything tightened down, cinched up. Time to see if she'll start. Let's see what happens. Look, hey, got a scavenger here. Beat it, you. Leave us alone. Ciao, son. Okie dokie. Time to see what happens. All right, preheating process. Fingers crossed. Hey, she's alive. Oh, careful. Ciao. It lives. All right, new battery in. Running just fine. Sounds good. Hit that delete. The money shot. My partner in crime, number 2. Guys, appreciate y'all watching this video. Just another little how-to. Sometimes just helps seeing other people do stuff. I know it's pretty straightforward. Replacing batteries isn't all that difficult, but you never know. I hope it helps one of you guys. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'll drop a photo in the video of that code that I was getting on my EasyLink to show like what it was saying on the battery issue, so that y'all can understand what it was and maybe see. Pretty straightforward though. Usually it's a battery. Just, you know, you never know. If you take your voltmeter and you check it, you'll get the same problem I did. It'll tell you that the batteries appear to be full, but the one is piggybacking off the other, giving you a false positive. Do what I do, take it to the old beast in the back, drop the battery in there. I went to turn her on. The battery voltmeter just dropped, didn't do nothing. So what we got. If you watched the video all the way to this, thank you very much, guys. I love making these videos. It's a lot of fun. I had no idea I was going to enjoy making these videos. It's been a great thing. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'll be making a quick one over how to clean the cold air to remove the cold air intake for the Banks Monster Amp. Somebody commented and said they want to see that. It's super simple. That's my next thing. This was just something that I kind of impromptu started up. Wanted to show you guys, hey, another option for some more content. Here we are. See you next time. Have a great day.